Hello guys, and welcome back to an update video, another update video. And first of all, I've got a few things that I want to talk about. I think three things that I want to really mention. So the first thing is that I've been on holiday and I've just come back. Sorry I didn't tell you before I go, but I'm really paranoid that if I went and I told you beforehand, someone might be clever enough to work out where I live and that I'm not out there and that you might steal all my stuff. Gotta be careful. This is the internet we're talking about. Most of you are okay. Some of you, not so okay. Moving on. Second thing. Some of you might have noticed that I've got thumbnails, custom thumbnails on, in fact some of you have noticed, in fact, and you've told me, and you've been asking me if I've got a partnership. Well, I do have a partnership. I'm partnered with probably the best company you could possibly be partnered with, and that is YouTube themselves. YouTube have offered me a partnership and I said, ooh, yes please. So I did. So that's great. That means I get lots of fun stuff. Custom thumbnails being one of them. Scheduling is another thing that's quite useful. I don't know if that is part of the thing, but it all sort of came at the same time, so I'm assuming that that is part of it. Scheduling is basically so I can upload a whole bunch of stuff at the same time, and then they just come on as needed, well, as I need them to come up, which works well for me because I uploaded a whole bunch of stuff before I went away on holiday, and they've just been posting day after day at the same time. So that's great. So that's good for me. I know I was talking about partnerships with networks and things like that a few months or weeks ago, and at the time I really thought that I wasn't certain who to go with and what would be the best one to go with, what would have the most pros to cons. But I think YouTube is probably the better. Directly. I suppose there are some things that I don't get that I probably could get from a network, in that if you with a network sometimes you've got the pulling power of the other channels that are involved in the network. I don't have something like that involved with YouTube directly, although I do get featured videos and promoted next to other videos. So that's like a sort of similar thing. It's not quite the same, but it's a good start, so I'm pleased with that, and I can still join the network at any time that I want anyway. I'm not tied into anything, which is great. Some networks that are partners with YouTube do that, tie you in anyway. So that moves me on to the third thing, which is probably the most important part of the whole thing, which is that I'm going to re-shifty the focus of the channel. When I very first started doing this channel, I did information videos, and they did quite well, surprisingly well at the time for me. And then I decided to do a Let's Play, and basically what happened, this is nearly 2 years ago. 2 years in December, December the 26th, 2010 is when I first did my first Let's Play of Morrowind, and basically from that point Let's Plays have sort of took up all my time. I think it takes about 4 hours out of the week, and I generally only have about 5 or 6 hours dedicated to my channel in any given week, which probably explains why a lot of the time I'm not getting back to messages and comments, which I feel always very guilty about. I always think, right, just got to get back to the comments, but then I don't really have the time to do it anyway. Let's Playing is easy to do. It is easy to produce an awful lot of content that at least some people find amusing. However, most of my subscribers don't actually care about the Let's Plays, and for you that do, don't worry, I'm not stopping the Let's Plays. However, I don't want to really be tied to doing just Let's Plays, and I want to get back to what I was originally doing with my channel like 2 years ago, which is basically producing information style videos about stuff. And one of the main things that is making me really want to go in that direction is the amount that people care, basically. I've got 2,500 subscribers roughly, and my on average I think a Skyrim video would get about 300 views in a week, and I've also got Legend of Grimrock, and they would be lucky to get about 75 views in a week, and maybe 100 if it's really good. Actually, lately it's been about 100. Well, what does that tell me though? It tells me that although there's people out there, and I know that there are people out there, because you were always commenting and you're always saying stuff and you're always telling me that you like it, which I'm pleased about and I'm grateful for. However, the problem that I've got is that when I compare that to my information videos, so take my Half-Fire one that I did a few weeks ago. That Half-Fire video got about 12,000 views, which is better than 350, better than 100, which tells me that you guys care more about that stuff than my Let's Play stuff. The other thing is, if you go further back, my other information videos, they might, I don't know, YouTuber Spotlight for instance. I've got my last YouTuber Spotlight with My Name Is Not Lee has 2,000 views so far. The ones with Zamolf and Nagidal, they both have about 1,000 views, which is obviously again better than 350. The Dawn Guard videos that I've done, they got about 500,000 views combined, which is better than 350. I know that not all of them views are from you guys, definitely the 500,000 ones. I can also see whether they've come from subscriptions or not, and when I look at my analytics, I can see that when I put my information videos on, people actually care. The subscription values are quite high in the initial few hours of when the video first comes on, which tells me that people are seeing the Skyrim videos and saying, oh, there's Skyrim, I don't really want to watch that. But then if I put something else out, information, they're like, what's that about? That's interesting. I'll see it. I think I'll have a look at that. And then they look at that. I don't want to be producing irrelevant information on my channel, and I don't want to have subscribers subscribed and then for them just to be bored of what I've got. I know that you subscribe to me for a reason, and I often feel, because I'm subscribed to some channels, and not every channel that I'm subscribed to produces the content that holds my attention that much. To be honest, I don't have too much time to really watch videos on YouTube. I do watch a few, but the channels that I do watch the most are the ones that are producing interesting content. And I think unless your Let's Playing is particularly unique, it's difficult, I think, to feel like you want to follow it an awful lot. There are a lot of Let's Plays out there that I'm subscribed to, and only a few of them I think are super good. I wouldn't really count myself among them at all. Anyway, so I hope that really basically highlights. I'll iterate again. I'm not saying I'm going to stop Let's Playing. I'm going to reduce my Let's Playing to one game. My upload rate is yet to be decided. I don't know whether I'll continue doing every other day for a Let's Play. So at the moment it's every other day, so alternating Skyrim one day, Legend of Grimrock another day. So I don't know if I'll just alternate every other day Skyrim, or I'll try and see if I can get every day Skyrim. Because the other thing is I'm going to be dedicating more time, a lot more time to my channel. So that's going to be good, hopefully. A lot of the time you probably won't see because it will be involved in editing. Because the other thing is about information videos, take a 5-minute video, could take me about 2 hours to make, whereas the Let's Play video, let's say it's 15 minutes long, it might take me about, I don't know, let's say half an hour to get a finished product. I think probably is about, that's, yeah, about half an hour, let's say. And it's, so, you know, the ratio is completely off, but I think it's appreciated more, the information, than a Let's Play. So that's what I'm going to do. And what I might do is, if I'm decided that I'm going to do every other day for the Skyrim stuff, or for the Let's Play stuff, what I might end up doing is, instead of doing it every other day, I'll take like 3 or 4 days and just upload them in sequence, maybe across the weekend, so maybe Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. The other thing, yeah, that sounds about right, yeah. The other thing that I wanted to say, RTS Tuesday, I don't think I'm going to be doing that. it's too akin to doing Let's Plays, and it's not something I think is going to bring too much value to the site. It might be cool and cute for the first few times, but to be honest, I think it's good. I think it will end up being a little bit of a waste of my time when I could be doing stuff that's more relevant to what people are interested in. And to be honest, I think I'd rather produce more informative information than doing a live stream. Doesn't mean live stream will never happen, just means it's not going to happen anytime soon. Yeah, so I'm going to be continuing on. I've got some more exciting YouTuber Spotlight stuff coming. I think some of you will be quite keen to see. I know that I said you were going to be quite keen to see My Name Is Not Linear. I think you'd be also quite keen to see what other stuff is coming. I've been trying to work hard behind the scenes. Obviously I've been away the last week or so, so that's sort of, I didn't want to do any YouTube Spotlights leading up to that time either, so I've had a long period, about a month now I think, of no YouTuber Spotlight, but it's still on the go, but it's going to come back, and I've got some good people lined up, so I think you'll really enjoy that. Anyway, yeah, that's it really for now. So thank you very much. I really appreciate your audience and your support, which is almost the same thing. But I do, and I really want to make the channel as good a channel as I possibly can. I want it to be good, high quality stuff. I don't really want to be grinding out these Let's Plays as fast as I possibly can. Not that I really produce them at a fast rate, but I don't really want to do that, and I don't want to get into a rut. I want to produce fresh content that's informative and that's useful and that people care about and people want to discuss. I feel like I want to be more of a discussion channel. I just want to be, I don't know, more what I wanted to be at the start. So I'm trying to get back. Anyway, enough of that. So until then guys, stay safe, take care of yourself. Goodbye.